Ba 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 da ba da. Can you hear me? Am I live? I don't know if the sound's working. Everybody yelling at me in the live stream and whatnot. Hello? Hello? Okay, cool. All right. So Tristan's going to be back in like an hour, so we're going to wait for her. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, everybody. Jeez. All of you need to calm down. Everybody, calm down. Let me turn my fan up. All right, let's get started. I'm going to listen for the first few minutes because I'm going to go make coffee and stuff. All right, but I know how impatient everybody is. Tristan's on her way home. You guys need to thank Tristan because I was going to wait for her. My beautiful girlfriend is more important than all of you rewired soldiers. All of you. I'm kidding. I love everybody. But, yeah. Oh, shit. We got 180 people in here. I better start. All right. Let's see if this was worth the wait, Shane. By the way, everybody in here, if you've never done a viewing party with me, I pause a lot, I talk. I don't pause a lot, okay? I don't pause a lot, but sometimes I pause a lot. So this 2-hour video might take us a few hours, so I hope you're ready to fucking hang out with me, all right? Because I talk about stuff. You guys in the chat, let me know if there are things you want me to, like, because I'm going to make videos about this, all right? So if you guys have ideas, let me know. All right. Let's do this. And feel free to super chat. Support your boy.
In case you don't know, Honey is a free browser extension.
Oh, he's talking about Honey? He talking about Honey?
The internet for coupons and other discounts, and then like magic, it automatically applies into your cart at checkout. It knows about every coupon code, sale, or discount at over 37,000 sites, like Amazon, Ulta, ASOS, Forever 21.
Don't ruin Honey for me, Shane.
Here's an example of me buying some clothes at ASOS. I go to the checkout page, Honey pops up. All I have to do is click one button, bam. Honey saves me 26 bucks. And just since I talked about Honey in my last series, those of you who added it saved an average of $48.
Oh,
so in total, that's over $1.
I'm so fucking stupid. This is just an ad. Oh, fucking Chris.
$0.6 million. Again, Honey's totally free. Installs in 2 clicks.
I thought this was a conspiracy. He's just doing an ad read. I'm like, no, I use Honey. Don't ruin it. See? This is why you joined the live stream with me. I'm fun.
I'm really filming.
Are you really filming? Are you serious?
For no reason, but I am.
There's Garrett.
You have to be filming everything in case something scary happens, like an alien crashes through the window and goes, alright, it's time.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I need to tweet out.
What are you doing?
Yeah, we're live. Hold on. Well, don't hold on. I'm just gonna do it while we're watching.
What is it?
It's one of the conspiracies we're going to talk about, but it's really weird. I keep hearing this, like, noise.
Ew. I didn't pick up the phone. Wait, what? You heard me say that's my mom?
What's
I said
going
that's
on?
my mom, and then I pressed
Yeah.
answer.
Uh-oh. What's happening?
That doesn't make any sense.
Wait, just put it on speakerphone.
Wait, what are you freaking out
Wait,
about?
say what just happened.
Okay. Hey, this is my mom. Well, Mom, I saw you calling, and then they said, is that the postmate? And I said, no, that's my mom, and then I answered the phone. And you picked up and said, were you making fun of me? And I said, no, of course not. Why'd you say that? And you said, because, well, tell them what you heard me say. I didn't pick up the phone yet. How would that make any sense?
Oh.
Was it pre-connected? I don't know the magic.
I see what you're saying.
It's the scary
They
thing.
don't even know. We haven't even.
Yeah.
Wait, I literally don't know what you're talking about.
This is the conspiracy that we were going to film tonight.
I don't even...
Well, we just did.
That is wild.
Well, I don't know exactly what it is yet,
The
but
phone is always listening. Always.
that is crazy. How did that just happen, by the way? That's insane.
My friend said they turned Siri off, and it stopped doing weird shit.
The phone was already like recording in such a way where it got through to her. Yeah.
I know that she's not lying because I saw him not answer it yet. That was crazy.
Yeah.
These results are not fanciful.
You guys like how I used this intro in my video? My conspiracy video?
They take the lead forward.
Yeah, you did.
They're not imaginary. They are actual and real.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back. Now, today we're going to be talking about a
I gotta
lot of
close my
different
blinds. There's a
things.
wicked
Some
glare that
involving
comes
big
in this time of
celebrities
day.
that have had their faces and voices stolen. We're also going to be talking about some of the dark secrets involving some of your favorite childhood TV shows. Also, subliminal messages that have never been caught until now. And some theories involving one of the worst disasters in California history. You know, I saw on Twitter there's so many people being like, oh, it's only rich people, like celebrities. Like, this is not. This is like a normal neighborhood. This is like...
Yeah, middle class. Like,
the average working person, you know?
Then we see what happens when I was with a few friends, and we accidentally uncovered an iPhone theory that none of us could believe was real.
Just full quality. What?
And just to kick things up a notch, this is
All right,
just
you
a
guys.
typical conspiracy video. Oh my god, that's...
You guys, so listen, in a minute, I'm gonna have to refresh this video because it's still processing, and it's at really shitty quality. Oh, shit. Oh, spoiler. Fuck. Where was I in the video?
This is nothing new. But recently, these have been having their faces stolen.
Hold on.
So anyone, and I just did part one.
I accidentally clicked.
None of us could believe.
Okay. No, I'm gonna have to refresh it pretty soon because, yeah, anyways, it's showing shitty quality. It's at 360p, so yeah, I'll refresh it pretty soon, okay? Hey! It's hard being the director of the stream.
Oh my god, this is her.
But no, it
This is
takes a
just
while
part
for captions to go up, whoever asked
I'm
that.
going to be leaving this room, and we're going to be falling farther down the rabbit hole than we ever have before. Now, before we get started, once again, I just have to say, these are all just theories, and none of them are facts. And they're not meant to hurt anyone, any company, or any Zeppettos. So buckle up. It's been a while, and we have a lot of theories to get to. And I just have to say, it feels really good to be back. Alright, let's get started.
Rewind time.
Oh, deep face.
Celebrities have been having their faces stolen for years. Whether it was a lookalike on Hollywood Boulevard,
about the season finale last night, and there was
a parody of them in a movie, or more recently, a fake version of them eating a burrito in a park,
Hey, look, it's Tana's boyfriend. It's Tana's
or a
boyfriend.
hologram of them performing.
I was telling Tristan, like, could you imagine, like, being Tana, and this is no shade, but it's just kind of funny, and Tana being like, you know, I'm dating that guy who got famous for pretending to be Justin Bieber eating a burrito. Like, imagine if that's how you described your boy. No shade.
An entire concert after they died. All of this is nothing new, but recently things have gotten even darker, and there's a new way to steal your favorite celebrity's identity. Welcome to the world of deepfakes. So deepfakes is when a computer can put a celebrity's face on any person they want. I know, it's pretty creepy.
They have an episode of this on the Netflix show, Now
Star
This.
Trek, him and Superman.
In my world, it means hope.
well, here it's an S.
Him as a dancing Amy Adams.
You think I'd lay down and die? Oh no, not I.
Or the creepiest one, him as The Rock.
Phone was just blowing up, and you get a mix.
Now, making a fake digital version of a celebrity's face is nothing new. Usually it's done in movies when they want to bring somebody back from the dead.
Actor Philip Seymour Hoffman will live on as his character in the next 2 installments of The Hunger Games after dying before filming was completed.
And the one I remember the most, when they created a digital version of Paul Walker's face, they actually used his own brother so that when they put the face over it, it would look even more realistic and even more like Paul.
On set, a baseline performance was created with Paul's brothers.
There's even a commercial where they created a digital version of Audrey Hepburn. And when you see the commercial, it literally looks like they brought her back from the dead. It's crazy.
There's so much controversy, like, is this disrespecting them and
all
stuff?
just computer magic.
So they used women who kind of looked like her, but they didn't. It is all CGI.
If I die, you guys can use my face for CGI as long as I'm not doing anything fucked up.
Millions of dollars and months to create. But now with a certain computer application, this can be done by anyone, anywhere, in a matter of hours, and for free. And it's called FakeApp.
We've democratized access to incredibly powerful software.
Almost anyone can do it.
Almost anybody can do it, and that's a game changer.
So FakeApp analyzes thousands of still images of somebody's face, and then it uses that data to create a digital mask that can be placed over any pre-existing face. Now, just to show you how good this is, here's a clip from Saturday Night Live of an actress playing Hillary Clinton.
This is going so well.
Okay, now look at this clip that somebody made using FakeApp, where they put Hillary Clinton's real face on top of the Saturday Night Live actress.
This is going so well.
Yeah, it's so real that if you just saw that clip alone, you would think that was just a Hillary Clinton clip. Now, FakeApp isn't just for fun memes and movie clips.
No, don't call me baby girl. You don't fucking know me. I'm not your fucking baby girl. Anyways.
The most popular category of deepfakes on the internet
is porn.
Deepfake porn.
So, are you ready? I know I am.
Now, I don't want to get sued, so I'm not really
No,
going to
Carl.
show these clips, and if I do, I'm going to show a very small, cropped-in version.
Maybe you want to see more.
But basically, people were using FakeApp and then putting those celebrity faces on real porn stars in real porn videos. And some of them look so real, it's crazy.
I'm feeling great. A little nervous.
And it has everybody. Emma Watson, Chloe Grace Moretz, even Flo, the Progressive Lady. That's how far this goes.
It's free. Wanna try?
But it's not just celebrities that have to deal with this. It's normal girls too who have had their faces stolen. Noelle Martin is a girl who had her face put
Excuse
on
me,
dozens
Shane. What
of
about
porn
guys?
videos.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Calm down, everybody.
When she found out, it almost ruined her life.
This is the deepfake video of me performing oral sex on a man. I don't know who the man is.
I think I felt helpless. It frightens me.
Now, something that could have...
Here's a new conspiracy, everybody. All right, here's something that you could do. If anybody ever released like revenge porn of you, you could be like, that wasn't me. That's deep fakes. You know what I mean? So like, see, that's why I'm an optimist. You got to look at the glasses half full. Just be like, hey, that's not me. Haven't you seen this computer program shit? Someone CGI'd me on there.
Affect all of us is deepfakes could be used in politics.
But take a look at this. That's President Trump's real face on the right, digitally.
Like if a scandal ever comes out about me, just so you all know, all 208 of you, I'm just gonna be like, hey, that wasn't me. That was a deep fake. That was, if I ever upload a video that's all like scandalous on accident, I'll be like, nah, somebody came into my house and used a deep fake version of me and my recording setup,
Stamped onto Baldwin's performance.
Testing.
This program can change facial expressions in real time.
And now I can create the President of the United States saying just about anything I want. That's terrifying.
This is an actual danger. Like, this could be a problem. And it's such a big problem that even Obama himself has spoken out about it.
We're entering an era in which our enemies can make it look like anyone is saying anything at any point in time.
Or has he spoken out about it?
President Trump is a total and complete dipshit. Now, you see, I would never say these things. Someone else would. Someone. Like Jordan Peele.
That's right. That was actually a video made by Jordan Peele to show just how...
Oh, yeah. Let's see if it's HD yet.
Stay woke, bitches.
Now, let's put aside politicians and celebrities for a second.
Hold
Think
up.
about this being used in your everyday life. Anyone could make a deep fake of any person that they don't like, and they could have it do whatever they wanted.
It's still only at 360p. I'm checking it on my other monitor. Why did I say monitor? The high-res version isn't processed yet.
Let's imagine a scenario. Let's say there's an angry woman who just found out that her asshole husband cheated on her. So to get revenge, she hires an actor who has her husband's body type. And she has him come to her house.
Look at Shane. Are you guys ever worried that like Shane's giving people ideas with this? Like, for example, when I saw that when I watched You on Netflix. Oh, but it's not the high res version. I'm checking it on my other monitor. It's not up yet. Wait, unless I'm tripping. But anyways, while I refresh, What was I saying? Damn it. I forgot.
Pretend to be.
Yeah, see, it's still only 360p. I forgot what I was saying. See you, Misty.
All while the security camera in the living room is rolling the whole time. Then imagine her finding somebody who's really good at making deepfakes. And then she has them making deepfakes.
Oh, okay. So what if Shane's giving people ideas? Like when I was watching You on Netflix and I was watching that stalker Joe, I'm like, man, he might be giving, like, this show might be giving some creepers or some, like, incels some terrible fucking ideas. You know what I mean?
Digital mask of her husband's face and put it on top of the actors. Now she has footage of her husband assaulting her that she could use to get him arrested. Sounds crazy, but framing people for crimes is something that's happened since the beginning of time. And with Fake App, it seems to be getting easier. Now, as of now, Fake App is still pretty complicated, but lucky for us, there's tons of similar technology inside the apps on our phone. I mean, just look at the Snapchat face swap feature.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's me, Shane. Oh my god!
In a matter of seconds, you can put anybody's face on top of yours, and it looks pretty good. And just to test it out, I put my face somewhere it's never been before. YouTube Rewind.
Yeah.
Oh, Shane! Shane, you can't do the blackface again! Shane, we got past that! Come on, Shane!
It's rewind time.
Oh my god.
Is this what you wanted?
You know who I would have
Don't go on! Okay.
What are we
I thought he was gonna go on MKBHD, and I'm like, oh no, Shane.
Oh!
Then it just got weird.
Whoa! 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 Whoa.
Shane, you gotta be more careful, man.
Now when it comes to the dark world...
Oh my god, I hope
there's
this doesn't
currently
bring
no
up some
law
bullshit.
against
I
it.
hope it doesn't.
And the scariest part is this could actually lead to the end of the world. And I'm not...
Like, with all the time they took editing, like, nobody caught that. Nobody caught that and was like, hey, Shane, maybe we shouldn't put you on Will Smith's face. Like, maybe. Fuck.
Being dramatic. Just listen to this horrifying and very realistic scenario that was explained by a professor of computer science at Dartmouth.
Imagine the following scenario. Video is produced of Donald Trump saying, I have just launched nuclear weapons against North Korea.
My fellow Americans.
That video goes onto Twitter and goes viral in 30, 60 seconds. North Korea responds in another...
Okay. If that video went up on Twitter, they would see that it's not from Donald Trump's account. And that fool tweets like a motherfucker. You would first have to hack Donald Trump's account, so let's calm down.
60 seconds.
Deep fakes result in war?
Honestly, I don't think that's a stretch.
I'm sorry.
So you might be thinking, okay, Shane, they can make a deep fake of my face, but they don't have my voice. Well, that's not true.
Adobe calls this an early stage research project, and this Adobe program can create new audio from text.
There's new technology that has come out that can create a digital version of anybody's voice. And in part 2 of this video, you'll see us putting it to the test.
Whoa. What does it say?
We have to put it in a sentence and then it reads it back in my voice.
Is it really gonna do that?
I don't know. Do you think? Okay, wait.
My voice is ready.
I wonder if people are going to complain that Shane's too dramatic. After I posted the trailer for this series, I was contacted by a victim of deep fake porn.
So, are you ready?
She was unaware that her adult content was being used to make Selena Gomez deepfakes.
I know I am.
My name is Raquel Roper, and I am an adult producer and performer.
You ventured into my realm. I'm thinking that you were going to have some fun, did you? You feeling creepy already? You want to face that? You're pathetic loser.
See, this is why the editing took so long. You shit kid.
Deepfake. I didn't even know what this was. I was watching Shane's videos. I am a fan, and I saw that he had a new trailer for a series. Then towards the end, I saw one of my videos.
Are you ready?
And what looked like my face, but it wasn't my face. It was Selena Gomez's face, and I just couldn't believe it. You're taking a person's content who the artist's work, and you are turning it into something that I didn't want it to be. Selena Gomez has not given consent to have her face more.
This is gonna sound terrible. This is gonna sound terrible, okay? Everybody bear with me. But, would that be covered under fair use because it's transformative content? Alright? Just putting that out there. Think about that for a second. Think about that.
Morphed into an adult video. I don't know where this video came from. I don't know who did it or what, and there is no way for me to take legal action against this, and I think that's what the scariest part of it all is.
Fair use!
I'm just shocked. I just don't think that people realize how harmful it can be. It can really affect people.
Allegedly, Selena Gomez have
Hey,
a secret.
let me fucking make this clear though. It would be a real shitty dick move of fair use. I do not condone it. I will make that clear. So, just so you know.
Sex tape.
I would totally watch that.
In a lot of different ways.
Like, I'm super sensitive with my mom, and so I would never even say something that she could pick up on. That's why I was like, no, it's my mom. And then,
What's up, Garrett? That beard's looking pretty dope, bro.
Yeah, we could test it. We could like have somebody go to like part of the house where you can't hear them, and then call each other and then start talking. You got that soundproof room?
let's do it.
All right, let me do an Instagram story while you guys are on here.
All right.
Hey everybody, we're doing the Shane Dawson Conspiracy Theory Viewing Party. Come over to the YouTube channel. Or I guess swipe up. Can you swipe up? I'm gonna make it so you can swipe up, okay? Okay.
Okay.
I love their little crawl space. Yeah, you guys, Drain Gang made a good point. Like, I hope all of you, like play Shane's video in the background or a different browser, or tonight when you go to sleep, turn it on unless you want to watch it again. But yeah, like, that's one thing I kind of feel bad about, but, like, go give him the views. Oh wait, Tristan's here. Hold on, let's catch Tristan up to speed on what's going on. All right, Tristan, so the only thing that you missed was he was talking about deep fakes, but you know all about that already. But then he got one of the porn stars who came on and talked about it, and she's like, they're stealing the content and changing it. And I'm like, wait a second. What if that was fair use, though? Because it's transformative content. But it's still a dick move. Wait, are you going to come over here and watch it? Okay. All right, you guys. We're gonna switch mics real quick. All right, everybody wait for Tristan. She just got back from school. All right, can you guys hold on? Let me turn my headset off. All right. Hello, test. See, when you get your laptop, we can stream from over there and watch on our TV like adults.
That'd be the best.
Here,
Wait, am I sitting on that side?
Yes.
Is that where your mom's at?
Yes. Okay, hold on, everybody. I'm just setting my settings. Say hello to the beautiful Tristan. Everybody ask her how her day was at school. She loves her philosophy class.
No, I don't.
Okay. All right, so now they're going into like the iPhone listening thing.
Hello? I just heard my hammer. Hello?
So, what did you say before you picked up?
Uno's my favorite. 3 times.
If you
I
guys
heard the
can hear an
last
echo,
one,
let me know
but
in
did
the
you
chat.
pick up?
No, you didn't hear Uno's my favorite.
Yeah, I heard my favorite. Hello?
Hello? No. I just said hello when I picked up. Oh, you didn't really hear?
Yeah, I did. Yes, we did. You heard it.
Hello?
Did he?
Yeah. Wait, okay. Count 1, 2, 3, and then pick up.
Okay, oh, that's very good. God, you're clever.
Okay.
Okay, bye. Hello? Anything?
No, I just heard hello.
Well, it happened once tonight. We literally all experienced it together.
So let's try one where we switch it.
Okay, sounds good.
1, 2, 3.
Still not sure what they're doing yet.
Hello?
I just got hello. Just a normal, traditional hello.
Call me back again in like 5 seconds.
But you said 5 minutes?
5 seconds.
Like, I legit have no clue what the hell they're doing.
I thought that thing was like the beach ball.
1, 2, 3. Hello? It was just hello?
The reading was the craziest I've ever heard.
Oh, hey you guys.
It was like,
Hold on, you guys. The high res version's up. Hold on. Does he have captions yet? Nope. Hold on. Let me change the quality real quick. Wait, is this the right timestamp? Did I copy the right timestamp? I'm doing this for all of you. I'm doing this for you. Hold on.
What's happening?
It was low quality because it just got uploaded.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
Wait, no. Whoa, what is this?
So you didn't hear anything before you answered?
Whoa.
maybe they're
That's
on to you now. Like,
a conspiracy.
Maybe it's like, oh, we're not going to fuck up again.
What are you doing, thing?
I'm serious.
Alright.
Well, are you on any apps? Because it said that the microphone's always going. Garrett was on Postmates. What if you like...
So our friend, well, Tristan's best friend, they were just in town and they were visiting us. And they, like, Tristan and I noticed too, like, we always get recommendations for stuff that we're talking about. So what they did was, like, they were getting a bunch of ads for things that they talked about. So they turned off Siri and they said it stopped happening. So just keep that in mind. Maybe I'll tweet that at Shane.
Okay.
So when he got that call from his mom, you saw that he hadn't picked up the phone yet? That's so wild. You want to show him the live photo thing now?
Oh, so we're coming back to the phone thing.
All
Okay.
right. Let's
All right,
talk
Shane.
about the Woolsey fire.
The hillside, it's just an eerie sight to see.
On November 8th, 2018, the Woolsey fire began to spread.
Wow. Jesus.
It really seems like we're chasing it. It moves so fast, so aggressive, and the fire behavior is just so intense.
It lasted 13 days and destroyed over 1,600 buildings and almost 100,000 acres of land.
This is terrible. This is apocalyptic.
And then Barry, oh my gosh, if you head over, Barry, head over, all the way over past this truck here, their flames.
Didn't he do one about, like, the last wildfires?
Close that they are coming
Like-
to.
3 people's lives were lost, and over 300,000 people were evacuated during that time.
Hello, it is November 9th. We are currently getting ready for an evacuation.
Let's go. Those houses are on fire.
Go, okay, go. Oh my god, please God. Holy shit, you guys, we're leaving. We had to wear masks because, oh my god, look at that. Oh my god, okay, we're leaving.
Very apocalyptic.
We're okay for right now. What's up, man? This is it.
Now, these fires were very close to home for me for a few reasons. On November 8th, me and Ryland were also moving into our new house, and a few hours later, we were told to evacuate because a fire was heading toward us.
The movers leave, and we find out that we have to evacuate literally the second we finished moving in.
So
It's jumping.
They're blocking the freeway right now. You can see.
For that 13-day period, the The Woolsey fire was my life.
What's gonna happen next? Like my mom, my brother, my family all lived very close to this fire.
All I did was watch fire footage and fire maps and watch the news 24 hours a day.
I was literally tracking the fire every second.
Now to the latest on the Woolsey fire. It is
this
now
home at the corner is burned, and the home next door is burning as well.
And I still have so many questions, and there's so many things that don't make sense.
It was crazy, and I know we're fortunate enough to be sitting under the house that's still standing, and so many people are not. It's so hard to understand.
But before we get into the theories, I just have to remind you, this was a very real event. A lot of people lost their homes, some people lost their lives.
Heartbroken. It's really hard for me even to continue talking because I cannot imagine coming home and seeing everything you have gone like this.
And when you go into the houses as well, it's really, really sad. I mean, everything's just blacked out, and there's water pouring down, and you just see chairs and photographs. And
squeeze your loved ones tonight, because in a moment's notice things can change.
I think just the sense of it being our home, just the memories that we built.
And to put in perspective, I wanted to go to some of the areas that were affected, just to show what it looks like, show how real it is, and just see it in real life. And it was devastating.
I'm pretty sure it's the exit off Las Virgins.
Oh, I had Shane notifications on to find out when the video was going on.
So we are going down Las Virgins, which is one of the main roads that was affected by the fire. The whole thing was closed off for a week. I haven't seen any of this stuff in person.
No.
Oh yeah. Hey Jen, chill out, girl.
Oh my god.
We're gonna get through this together.
All of this was green. Like, 2 weeks ago.
Oh my god, the rainbow. Wait. Oh fuck, can you see it? Can you see it? That's crazy. That's a mountain that's like black from the fire, and look at the rainbow.
It magically stopped raining right now.
That's crazy.
Wow, can you smell the air quality right here?
Yeah, what is going on?
Immediately got really bad.
I have a friend whose whole neighborhood is gone. Like, all the houses on his street, except for his, which is crazy. But he can't even move back yet because they have to do a whole, clearing out the neighborhood and, testing the air and making sure it's safe. And it's going to take him, weeks. So he just has to wait.
How long was this
neighborhood that, all the houses are gone. Except for yours. That's so scary. Mind-boggling. So how does that happen? How does every house on the street catch fire except for one? What does that mean? He wasn't protecting it. He wasn't, hosing it down. It just didn't light. This is what I was telling you. My doctor's office. This was where shit was bad. So we're going into a neighborhood where some houses burned down. I don't want to be disrespectful, but I do want to see this in real life, because I feel like when you see stuff like this on the news, it's hard to comprehend it.
Oh my god, it's...
Wait, what?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. It looks... Oh my god. I've never seen anything. Oh my god. Look at it. Oh my god. I've never seen anything like this in my life. Oh my god. Oh.
I feel not even right being here.
How? Can we park? Is that
I don't know.
I don't want people to be mad, but this is how? Oh my god.
It's so crazy because, like, look at this house across the street that's just not even touched.
Not even touched.
But then 10 feet away is
that. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, there's people. Oh, I feel bad. I want to see like close up though. I want to see it.
Shane looking creepy as fuck. Yeah. What? Like where these people now?
How come they're...
Did they like? Did you get like insurance money to like to get a new house?
Just the fireplace. Just like that's where the living room was. Oh my god. That house is gone on the corner. The other ones are fine. This over here, gone. And all of those are fine. This is like, I mean, I'm not a scientist.
Sorry, I was like putting the camera down.
Something. Look at the house. Is that their front door? That's like. Their bathtub. This is crazy. Oh my god.
I don't think I've ever seen something like this.
That's the thing too. It's like, you know, I saw on Twitter there's so many people being like, oh, it's only rich people. Like, oh, fuck the rich people, celebrities. Like, this is not. This is like a normal neighborhood. This is like.
The vast majority of people affected are regular folks.
The average working person, you know.
Ah. Ah. That is like. So, do we know how this fire started? They said like.
It was like a power plant or something.
Meantime, we're learning a little bit more about the fire up in the north, and it may have been sparked by an electrical malfunction.
Where one of their machines supposedly sparked and the winds just picked it up and escalated it, but that's...
Okay, alright. I was trying to keep my mouth shut just in case Shane didn't do it. But, just so you all know, because I was like, man, what if Shane gets backlash? Like people saying, oh, you're exploiting this for views. Shane has... he has links in here to help victims of the wildfires. So Shane's a good guy. I was worried that he didn't. But Shane's a good guy. Maybe that'll get him a pass for having his face on Will Smith for half a second.
Just one of the things. The view from everyone's backyard is just a burnt mountains.
They will not say specifically that the fire started because of that outage.
There's no caution tape.
Yeah.
Look at the shit.
It's the living room.
Oh shit, it's raining. Just pulled over because there's a park, like playground. Like this is where like everything Calabasas, I guess. Like this is like.
I mean, look at the mountain in front of it. It doesn't say like don't trespass.
They're like he's dabbing or acting crazy.
Horse is like melted.
Yeah, with the whole section.
What?
There's like a little kid section, a fingerprint section, and a kid section. Volunteers came in at full time.
Oh, really? Are you gonna give us like 50 cliffhangers, Shane? Oh, wait. Now we're going back.
I know it's conspiracy time and it's scary, but Rylan's not letting us hid from his Kardashian Oreo stack.
That's where I have a
He's making me eat from the back. I want to eat from this.
You asshole.
What's the point of having his cute thing if I can't get in?
Wait, play back the part where I heard him.
Are you serious? Those are my words.
I told you, you said my favorite.
Wait, Apple! We're coming for you!
Wait, does that mean everyone when I don't answer the phone knows that I don't want to answer the phone?
Wait, that's a serious part.
Yeah.
Wait, this is
Wait, yeah.
Oh my god, when you're like, oh, this fucking bitch again. Hello.
Yeah. Why are you so mean? Do you say that about me? Every time I call. But everyone does that. Like when their work's calling, they're like, F word, like, oh shit. And then.
I always make sure my phone's off. I like hit it 15 times.
No, that's not why.
But I don't talk crap about anybody. So we're good.
So similar to the thing of, being able to hear before you answer, there's another thing that I don't know if you guys know about this. I didn't.
Let me get these Oreos out of the way.
Well, okay. Be with you in a second.
So, turn on my live thing. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, is that
So,
oh, no.
I took the picture after 3.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Nuh-uh.
1, 2, 3.
That's crazy!
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Wait, there's sound? So it's like a video.
It was recording 3 seconds before I pressed 1, 2, 3. Take the picture.
Yeah, a live doesn't
Wait, well, we missed that. You only showed Garrett.
Isn't that just how life works?
I know, but I didn't see the picture. Yeah.
Take a picture and answer, right?
Don't take a picture of me,
1,
Shane.
2, 3.
Don't take a picture of me, Shane. No, he's taking a picture.
Right after 3.
Thought it was with me.
1, 2, 3.
Wait!
What if you were doing something crazy?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Like 3 seconds. Is that all?
Yeah. What crazy thing could you find? You're just like stabbing somebody and you
Recording
just
3
stop.
seconds before and 3 seconds after.
How do they know?
Exactly.
On top of the status bar, you see a new icon. Those 3 concentric circles lit up yellow. By default, it's on. You just take pictures. And now they're live photos.
They say, like, well, no, yes, technically when your camera's out, your phone is always recording, but then it disappears.
I really don't like the
I
live
thing in the
feature.
bathroom with my camera out. Like,
oh my god.
no, it's not like that.
Wait, yeah.
Like the grossest, like when you look at stuff.
For things.
Wait, do you think they're like storing the information? What do you?
Yes. I mean, why wouldn't they?
But what do they do with that? Like, how many people have iPhones? Are they really looking?
Everybody.
That's actually like next level crazy. At this point, that's just the truth. It's not even conspiracy.
That is crazy. On my phone too, I howled like a ghost, then took the photo. Don't get freaked out. It was just me. We really can't eat from the stack.
No.
Just back to the Oreos.
Okay, I have another one for you.
You should have. Where? Yeah.
From where?
The Oreo factory. That tiredness. I was gonna take a nap. But I didn't know when the Shane thing was coming up.
Now I'm gonna warn
I did this for
next
you.
Theory is dark and probably one of the most unsettling ones we've ever talked about on this channel. And this theory starts with subliminal messages in children's shows.
I am now going to assault your mind with subliminal messages.
Now we've talked about this before, but usually we talk about the sexual messages that
There's
are
Ollie.
in cartoons. By far, SpongeBob SquarePants has the most. There's jokes about prison,
Don't drop 'em.
Patrick licking a pile of sand, and plenty more.
Who wants to lick like my cheeks.
But those are all just jokes and clearly hidden for adults.
Oh, yeah.
But there's a lot of other darker messages that have been hidden in this show, and most of them involve suicide.
What?
I can't seem to get happy.
This might be a topic I
Maybe
can
this
dive into.
will help.
That's right. In a 2001 episode called Are You Happy Now?, Squidward is seen suffering from depression.
Wake me when I'm dead.
There's scenes of him walking around in a dazed state, and there's even scenes where it looks like he's trying to kill himself. Like this one, where he puts his head in an oven.
I just can't seem to get happy.
But by far the darkest moment is when SpongeBob goes over to his house to make sure he's okay.
Now I'm really worried.
And then he says this.
Well, at least we know he's still alive.
Yeah, that might be some of the darkest shit I've ever seen on TV, let alone a kid show. But it's not just this episode. There's tons of other episodes that have suicide references too.
What's the point of going on?
There's an episode where Plankton tries to get himself hit by a car.
Go away, cheesehead. Can't you see I'm trying to get run over?
There's an episode where SpongeBob stabs himself to death.
In ancient times, one would fall on their sword by way of apology.
Yeah, that's almost glorifying suicide. There's even an episode where a character goes to kill himself, and then they say this.
Someday, but not today.
Someday, but not today, making it seem inevitable. But then, as I was looking into it, I found that suicide references have been in a lot more cartoons than just...
I was gonna say, this is nothing new.
Yeah.
This is nothing new.
Here's the ending scene from a Looney Tunes cartoon called Bare Feet from 1949.
Well, there's still one way out. I'm going to be free! Free at last!
Yeah, free at last. Once again, glorifying suicide, making it look exciting.
We died together.
And there are hundreds.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna blow my brains out.
I mean, Bugs Bunny. Daffy Duck.
There was nothing for the Scarlet Pumpernickel to do but blow his brains out. To which he says,
Woody Woodpecker.
if I had a gun, I'd shoot myself.
Daisy Duck.
Goodness, I didn't want to live.
And a bunch of cartoon episodes just ending with characters killing themselves for no reason. Now I know this sounds crazy, but it goes even farther back. There's a Mickey Mouse comic from 1930 where Mickey gets threatened because Minnie's getting hit on by another guy.
What you need is someone like me to protect you, Minnie.
Huh? Now I know I don't like that guy.
Then he sees them kissing.
Good gosh! Say it isn't so!
Then he falls into a depression.
Gosh, well, I never thought Minnie would fall for somebody else. Everybody seems happy. Why does the world have to be down on me?
And then he decides the only option
Checking the internet
is to kill himself.
People said it's buffering.
Oh, what's the use? She doesn't care for me anymore. What is there to live for? Without Minnie, I might as well end it all.
The comic even goes so far to show Mickey setting up a homemade suicide contraption using a shotgun, 2 chairs, and a string.
Let's try this.
Which actually did become a common way that people would kill themselves.
Goodbye, Minnie. Goodbye, cruel world. 1, 2. Huh? Oh.
Then he tries to jump off a bridge.
Goodbye, cruel world!
Then when that attempt didn't work, he closed all the windows and closed all the doors, turned on the gas.
I'll turn on this gas and end it once and for all.
So he could pass out and die in his sleep.
Goodbye, Minnie. Goodbye, cruel world.
And he even tries to hang himself.
Gee, I'm sure having a tough time trying to put an end to myself. But my worries will soon be over.
In that comic strip alone, there's 4 different examples of how to kill yourself. Even in this Daisy Duck cartoon, you can see there's 6 options for suicide. Gun, hanging, knife, poison, grenade, and a bomb. So what's the theory? Well, what if they...
So right now, so you guys know on my other screen, I'm trying to see, because I'm pretty sure they've done studies about links between cartoon violence and, like, violence, like, in kids. So I might do that for a video.
Implanting it inside our minds since we were kids that suicide is an option. So when you hit a fork in the road and you don't know what to do, you have a backup plan. Because the first 5 years is when your brain develops the most and is the most impressionable. So wouldn't it make sense to start planting that idea then?
Maybe this will help.
Yes, people have severe depression and suicidal thoughts, me included in the past. But maybe some of us think of it as an option because when we were kids, we were told it would set us free. So why would they want to plant suicide in our brains? Well, some people think it might be a form of population control. Some people think it's to keep society in a weak, depressed, and fearful state. Because a weakened society is easier to control. I mean, think about it. We have kids who are depressed, and then we're medicating them and putting them on pills, and then sitting them in front of a TV where they're watching their favorite cartoon character kill themselves, and also making it seem exciting.
Goodbye, everyone. I'll remember you all in therapy.
I mean, the global antidepressant market is estimated at over $11.6 billion. The government and the economy love depression. And we also glorify things like money, fame, success.
Is that what you're going for?
I mean, I'd love to be a billionaire, sure, why not?
Guys, we are washing the Supreme Ferrari right now.
Who pissing on their money?
I wouldn't. I gotta pause real quick. Like, I wouldn't necessarily say like this. This just went from cartoons to pushing like, you know, money and fame and stuff like that. Like, but you're showing YouTubers. This has nothing to do with cartoons. But this is something I talk about with value systems. And Shane, like, Jeffrey just bought you 15 grand worth of Gucci, bro. You know, love you, Shane. Flaunt that Gucci, just saying. But this is something that I talk about often. It's like our kids are growing up looking at this stuff. That's why I'm harder on certain YouTubers who, you know, flex this stuff but aren't like acting right, you know? Like Bad Baby, ooh. I keep forgetting I just need to make a video about her.
Ain't nobody doing that shit like me, fuck boy.
So if someone happens to not achieve those things, now in the back of their heads, they know that suicide is an option.
I reckon I ain't got no alternative.
I mean, just think about the board game that was targeted to us as kids.
That's a way I can... Okay. Wait, what? Hold on, I'm writing down timestamps. Sorry, you guys. This is what happens when you're watching with me. I gotta write this down.
Almost 2 hours long, and it'll be 3 hours.
All right.
Anything can happen.
All right, we're done, everybody. I'm gonna go make a video.
Where the goal is to succeed, and if you don't, you lose.
Where will your choices take you in the game of life?
You can be a winner at the game of life.
To win the game of life, you need to make money.
So select my taste.
Get famous.
Be a movie star.
Do better than those that you're playing against.
I made $50,000 in the stock market. I went to the poor farm. That's live.
Literally, the commercial says, I mean, come on. And in the original version of Life in 1860 that was created by Milton Bradley, it literally had suicide on the board as an option.
That's live.
Now, it's not just suicide poured into kids' pure, very moldable brains. It's darkness in every single form. Just think about the games we used to play as kids. Ring Around the Rosie.
Ring around the rosy.
A game about people who died from the Black Plague. London Bridge.
London Bridge is falling down.
A song about a huge bridge falling and killing everyone.
Iron bars will bend and break, bend and break. Bend
Yeah, I'll leave it up afterwards,
A game
Mackenzie.
that makes it fun to contact evil spirits in your house.
Look, it's spelling something. Go ahead, ask another question.
This is too weird. You are moving it.
You guys are around, right?
It's too weird for me.
Then, of course, you have Twister.
What's wrong with
Twister? Marketed as a way for you and your friends to get way too close.
Twister, the game that ties you up in knots.
I can't even imagine the amount of creepy uncles or cousins who have wanted to play that game on Thanksgiving.
Twister ties you up in a knot.
A game that pretty much dance and meditation to wrap their body parts around you.
It's wicked hot.
You gotta get it.
It's the hottest game around.
Shit, Shane, ruining people's childhoods.
The best games in the world.
And of course, you have the darkest of them all, Hangman. A game where you have to guess the correct word or your little stick figure will be hanged. And the darkest part is that this...
That's a play on the old Western days. Oh, hey, thanks, Mackenzie.
Classroom game is actually based on a real-life game from the 18th century. Criminals that were sentenced to death by hanging would play a game called Right of Words and Life. So the game would start during a public hanging where the executioner would choose a word. And the criminal would have to guess the word by choosing letters. And if the criminal guessed the word right, then he would live. And if he guessed the word wrong... Game over.
Hangman. Let's go over it.
If you're not aware of what Hangman is,
first you draw your diagram, the hook that is, but hopefully he doesn't get hung.
students have to guess the letters of a hidden word, and if they get the letter wrong...
X? I'm sorry, X is not a part of this animal's name.
Then one more part of the hanging man is added.
Now it's the head. Once you finish off the body, that's the end of the game. You decide you want him to
Can we respect the editing happening right now, by the way?
Smiling on a hook.
The most messed up part about all of that is that almost all of the criminals at that time were illiterate, which means they didn't even have a chance, and that game was just a way to publicly humiliate them before they died. And it's not just games that have dark undertones. What's the first thing you remember hearing as a kid? Nursery rhymes. Rockabye Baby, a song where a baby's cradle is swinging in a tree, and then the branch breaks and the baby falls.
Yeah, it's all jacked up. Our childhoods were jacked up. Remember, like, in Disney movies, like, they put, like, dildos and stuff in there? Like
in the
every...
Ariel,
yeah.
dicks.
Yeah. Everything's messed up. Welcome to life, Shane. The game of life.
Falls to the ground. Humpty Dumpty. A song about a guy who had a great fall, and nobody can save him because he's dead. It's raining, it's pouring.
He went to bed.
A guy hits his head and then dies.
And bumped his head and couldn't get up in the morning.
And one of the most disturbing, Peter Peter Pumpkin Eater. A song about a guy whose wife doesn't want him.
What about the Pied... Wait, no, the Pied Piper
So
was the
he holds
story.
her hostage in a pumpkin.
He put her in a pumpkin shell. There he kept her very well.
Yeah, a song that normalizes holding a woman against her will. And I mean, even looking back at London Bridge, there's a reference of locking a woman up.
Lock her up, lock her up.
And now with the internet, kids aren't watching.
Oh, it's just about Hillary Clinton.
There's tons of content on
Uncle
YouTube
Humor.
for kids.
Welcome to the
That
Rewired
has
Soul.
plenty of dark messages like murder,
She lives with
suicide,
this.
abortion, violence, and for some reason, a lot of vomiting.
Whoa, I've never seen anyone throw up so much.
Then when you're a teenager, you're once again filled with the thoughts of suicide in movies, TV shows,
Hey, it's Hannah.
and now internet challenges.
Remember the Blue Whale Challenge tonight? A brand new threat to the safety of your family and your kids.
If you all want to get a sense for all these challenges, here are just a few of them. Carve yes on your leg. Do something painful to yourself. Don't talk to anyone all day.
So many of our teenagers feel more lonely, even though they're on social media more.
Everyone questions as a society, how do we have so much evil, death, hatred, depression, destruction? But do we even have to question it when we look back at our childhoods now as adults and think about what was being put right in front of our eyes?
Well, now I've seen everything.
So, what's the overall theory? Well, the only way to keep a society easy to control is through chaos. The only way to get them to vote for you is by fear.
Lock her up.
A nuclear war could break out any minute.
The only way to get you to unite is through tragedies. The only way to keep them unhappy is by constantly showing them unrealistic expectations of looks,
Hey, hottie. Looking hot. So hot.
money, and success. A society that's peaceful is not a society that can be controlled. So what do you do to make sure that chaos and fear continues? Make sure to show children just how scary and dark the world is from a very early age.
I love Shane, but a lot of this like could be debunked with like psychology. You know what I mean? Like this is just like how like stuff happened. There's some excellent videos from Wisecrack, like in philosophy, where all this stuff is explained. And this stuff I try to explain on my channel, so maybe people will start understanding it now that I toss Shane Dawson in there, and people are like, you're just using Shane Dawson to get views. You're damn right I am, because I'm trying to help people. I'm trying to help this little baby in this thing. What is that called? The Bumbo? The Bumbo? They should make an adult one.
A mother bought her toddler this princess wand at the dollar store.
Looks like Jeffree Stars. Welcome back.
Behind me. Imagine her surprise when the curious little girl peeled back the foil to find this image of a girl cutting herself inside.
If you look close enough, it's not a drawing. It's an actual picture of the girl slitting her wrist. I want to know how they think that is suitable.
Was this like Threadbanger?
No, weird stuff ends up in the dollar. Like if you look at the dollar store toys, they're like dirty already. Like they've already been out. Like if you look at the Barbies, it looks like they were already like played with and like put back in.
Yeah.
For a child.
Well, yeah. Like think about places with like very loose return policies. Like sometimes I return stuff and I'm just like, you're taking this? Like, are you gonna like pay to get it repackaged and all this other stuff? Like. Bidoo. Damn. Shame.
Okay, so there's this app called Zepeto. You heard of it? Oh, the people! Yeah, there's like memes like, okay, I saw this meme with like a gross popsicle that was melted, and then the package, it was cute, and it was like me in real life, and then me and my Zepeto. I'm messing this up. Okay, well, Zepeto, there's a theory that it's actually tracking you, and that it's listening to everything, and it's recording everything, and it's like actually like kind of a scary app, and a lot of people believe it.
Jan, I could.
It's stalking
Dang,
you.
that'll take me time though.
Just sit there and listen to it. You will hear breathing.
Will do it?
We deleted that.
Yeah.
Well, I downloaded it.
If I do, then maybe I'll have to do it.
Wait, is it gonna know stuff about you, like, already?
I'm too tired to do research tonight.
Wait, okay, created here, Zepeto.
I'll just put up my Gen video.
Yeah, I hate the
name. Did all the research.
Start.
Back to the Shane.
In order to start, we have to have access to your camera. Okay, fine, right? Okay. Gender. I mean, oh, there's only 2? I thought this was woke.
See? Okay, like, god damn it, Garrett. Like, this is what I was talking about. Like, Garrett, if you just documented your life and said goofy shit,
yeah, you could do anything.
Everybody would appreciate you.
Not Garrett. I would watch Garrett just like sit and talk about something at his house.
What up, Stacen? That's kind of funny. Yeah, like, are we surprised about that toy thing? Like, people give away free drugs on Halloween, you know?
Okay, so I'm taking a picture of myself.
Not on my Halloween kid.
Ew!
Wait, what?
Okay, I'm gonna leave this on, but I gotta go to the bathroom.
Well, good news is if you lose your hair, you look good.
Yeah. Oh, so it's just you in like 2 years. He's thin! Congratulations! Wait, no. Honestly though, why does it not look like me?
Is it supposed to?
Well, here's the thing. It makes you submit a picture, and it's like, oh, we're gonna make something that looks just like you.
That looks fucking terrible.
Wait, would it put glasses on me if like I did it? I don't know. Let me download Zepeto. Okay. maybe it just wants a picture of my face. It's like, that's not me. All right, let's keep going. Oh, okay, so you can customize it. All right. What are you doing? Oh, just downloading the hit app Zepeto.
I mean, it takes too long to load.
Yeah, but
I don't think we're supposed to be dragging the app.
This isn't a Zepeto review.
And that leads us to our first sponsor of the day.
Wow, it's free and it looks really colorful and fun. Wait, where am I? Oh, whoa. Would you find others in the street? What does that mean?
That looks like Erica Costello. I mean, it did. I'm just saying.
Wait, please. Hello. Wait, what is this?
It's just us, guys.
You're talking to people? Oh. Okay, I'm on the street. What?
Whoa.
What do I say? Oh, they're all speaking other languages. Okay, well. Ew, look what it did to me!
Isn't that gross?
Okay, now here's the other scary part. So the reason people think it's tracking you and might be listening is because while you're playing with the app, if you put your ear to the phone, you'll hear static or white noise.
I do! Do you? Oh! You hear it? It's small.
Here, listen.
Yeah, it's like a little like crumbly noise off in the distance.
Oh.
And
Wait,
that's
can I hear yours?
What does static mean though? Like, what is that?
Well, that's the same noise that you'll hear if your phones are tapped.
Oh! Maybe I can ask them a question. Oh, and they'll answer in a text.
I mean, it makes sense, right? If you're an app developer and you're just like, well, it's like the real world or something. They're like, I'm not an app developer.
Do you work for Zepeto?
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm sure it's probably so. Is it in their like disclaimer?
Are you
or something?
talking to them?
No.
Are you talking to them?
Oh, it's supposed to be delivery. Dropping over items. Wait, so do you think like someone's on the other side of the computer right now talking to me?
Yes! Oh!
Like, hey.
Ask them something.
Is it on
Ew,
you?
they're probably like getting our coordinates. Delete.
So that static noise that you hear when you're playing this app, you can actually hear that same static noise pretty much all the time with your phone.
I'm scared. I mean, I don't hear it.
I'm gonna try that.
But I'm still scared.
Wait, do you really not hear it? Because I hear it all the time on my phone.
What are you doing?
Well, are you on any apps?
No,
'Cause it
that
says
was
the microphone's always
Geppetto. Geppetto was Pinocchio's
I
dad.
turned my app off. You still hear it?
Weird.
So I
Wait.
don't know what that means. I mean, I guess it means that the phone's always listening, but we already knew that. Because think about it this way.
But we already knew
when
that.
you say, "Hey Siri," how did she hear that? She must be listening all the time.
Why don't you have to turn that feature on, the Hey Siri feature?
Well,
Or
doesn't
do
matter.
you?
Well, it doesn't matter. Because, "Hey Siri," like that means to hear that, she has to have been listening the whole time.
Everything.
Right?
Yeah, but Apple's pretty forward about that. They say that they only go with that phrase and then only what you say. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're a bunch of
That makes sense.
It's falling apart as I say it out loud.
Yeah, because it's like, well, yeah, she hears that phrase because she's listening to everything. And
She
no,
has
but
to
we
take
don't
philosophy.
save any of it. But I mean,
I'm sure they probably tell us they do. You know that 50-page accept thing that nobody's
That's
ever
what,
read?
yeah.
It might be in there.
Yeah, it's on like page 37.
I mean, I'm not gonna read it, and this
No.
is like a conspiracy video.
Neither is
I'm too lazy.
Oh my
What are they
god.
gonna read? Oh, what? Shane doesn't read terms of service. I thought everybody read terms of services.
Cut to them in a marketing meeting, just being like, "Let's add white noise. We can get a Shane Dawson." Literally, they're just like, "He'll do it. We know this queen." People will tweet him. It's gonna blow up.
It's a pedo one.
You get a text. It's like, "We'll always win."
Because they're actually listening.
Oh, what the heck? Software? Disney's Frozen. Uh-oh.
So, there's theories that some companies have been using Google search to hide some of their secrets. One of the creepiest examples is Disney possibly making the movie Frozen just to hide the fact that Walt Disney might have frozen his body after he died.
Thank God you heard me. I'm Walt Disney.
Now, a lot of people say this is a rumor.
Is Great Uncle Walt frozen underneath the Pirates of the Caribbean?
He is not. We don't have him in an ice cube tray in the freezer, and no.
According to the president of Cryonics Society of California, Walt Disney wanted to be frozen.
These are some of our patients. We call them patients because we don't regard them as dead people.
There's people in those cans.
And he wanted scientists to be able to revive him in the future and possibly give him immortality.
I'd give anything to be there with you.
So if we could see through these, we would see people just kind of like floating like this, or?
Now, of course, the majority of people think this is all just weird science that will never work.
Scientists are freezing endangered animal species.
We have fully frozen wood frogs. Their hearts are stopped, their brains are flatlined, yet they're still alive.
But the most amazing thing is the fact that the wood frog comes back to life. Immortality might be ours if we could manage to do the same.
We don't have that ability yet. Now we have this medical miracle. A Pennsylvania man
found frozen to death. And then, over the next few days, miraculously, his heart started beating on its own.
No, I've never even heard anything like this. It's amazing.
His body was frozen solid. He had, of course, no pulse.
Their hearts are stopped.
He's got no brain activity.
Their brains are flatlined.
His body is frozen solid. Yet when the body heated up, the body came back alive.
All those cryogenics people are going to...
We can live forever.
But you're going to shed a few happy tears.
I mean, think about it. Anybody searching Walt Disney Frozen from 2011 and before were only looking to see if Walt Disney had his body or head frozen. So how
that's
did Disney
interesting.
hide those search results? By making a worldwide hit film called
Disney's Frozen is officially the highest grossing animated movie of all time.
I mean, just look at the search results from 2011 and before.
So look, all my numbers are saying it's good.
Pages of information about Walt Disney's head possibly being frozen. And then look at the search results.
Is yours?
Yeah.
It's completely frozen.
The patient is immediately placed in an ice bath. Certain patients choose to preserve their heads alone.
His body was frozen solid, so it was preserved essentially. When the body heated up, the body came back alive.
I'd give anything to be there with you. But this seems to be one of those times I'm tied down here at the studio night and day.
Here, I'm gonna try to refresh it real quick.
Since the beginning,
Let's
stores
see what
have done
happens.
everything they
Pause
could.
it. Give me one. Let's see what happens.
And to get our attention.
How to get on the first page of Google in 24 hours.
Store after store after store, marking down merchandise.
Sending you endless amounts of coupons.
There's gotta be an easier way.
Two senior citizens got into a fight at a Costco over free piece of cheese. You're gonna love this story.
But before you go searching for those slashed prices,
Going out of business sales.
Going out of business.
Going out of business, going out of business.
Going out of business. Going out of business.
we have an alert for you.
Let me know if it's better. I'll be sorry
Don't
to
mess
stream.
with my cheese, bro.
Your dream HD TV. This is a sale of epic proportions. Discount is running out.
Everything they can to get our attention.
By order of the U.S. Bankruptcy Court, going out of business.
Some great deals in the store.
Sign says it all. Everything must go, and unfortunately, that means the employees too.
The prices are great.
No, you come in and it's just overwhelming the amount of toys.
25 years. No severance. That's heartbreaking.
At every Toys R Us and Babies R Us across America.
Across the country, some 31,000 employees are looking for new jobs.
You're not going to get deals like this anytime soon.
33,000 employees that are out there without a job with no severance pay. Think with the heart. That is extremely heartless.
It's a great time to start shopping for Christmas.
As these workers who become close friends comfort each other.
We need to go to Toys R Us.
Selena Ralston is one of 31,000 Toys R Us employees losing their jobs and their benefits. Selena has cancer and is in the middle of her second round of chemo.
By me having this cancer, I can't get health insurance. I tried.
Don't mess with my cheese, bro.
You gotta come.
But one of the scariest tactics that stores use to get you to spend your money is subliminal messages.
Psychology says red catches the eye.
The color yellow encourages them to eat more.
Catches the eye.
Eat more, eat more.
Just look at this video of somebody that found something hidden in a KFC commercial.
The 99-cent snackers.
Now, supposedly, when KFC got called out for this, they said that it was part of a competition, and the first 1,000 people that see the dollar could win a prize. But it's been over 10 years since the commercial came out, and there's been no contest, so clearly that was just a cover.
Catches the eye.
Maybe they had some asshole dude on the marketing team who was like we were just talking about. Someone slipped in a picture of a penis on the Little Mermaid cover.
Yeah, I think it was, or it was just some dude that just thought like, oh my god, if we put money next to the burger, they'll link it together, and it's just like this guy's like dumb idea.
Yeah.
And there's like
Studies have been done on why KFC might have done this, and all the answers lead to KFC wanting us to subconsciously think about low prices when we think about their food. But it's not out of the ordinary for a fast food chain to do this. Just look at what happened 10 years ago when McDonald's got caught doing something even sneakier.
Okay, so we're sitting here watching Iron Chef America. I noticed the screen blink red, slow motion forward, frame by frame. We're getting closer. And look at this, a McDonald's ad right in the middle for just one frame.
Of course they claim it was a glitch, but people saw through that. And there's tons of other things you probably have never noticed, and it's gonna be all you think about.
Coming up right now. There you have it.
For example, every picture of a watch or a clock that you've seen in an advertisement is set to 10:10. Every single one. And it's not just watch company billboards. 10:10 is even in movie posters, TV shows, pretty much any ad or billboard ever that has a watch on it.
Oh, I just want to let everybody know. I Googled it and like there's a whole thing, but maybe this is part of the conspiracy. Look.
When your little Lionel engineer finally calls it a night, how do you think he'll want to get up in the morning? The Lionel Train 100th Anniversary Alarm Clock. So order now.
Nothing sells more than sex. I mean, just look at this magazine. I bet you didn't even know there was a popular magazine called Sex, right? That's because there's...
Why does it all have Sarah Michelle Gellar?
These are all covers of a magazine that's actually called SFX. But if you look at almost all their covers, they block out a part of the word that makes it look like sex to catch your attention.
I will make you scream my name. I know you make me do the same, girl. I will make you scream.
Oh God, no wonder why this thing changed so long. Diving down these rabbit holes.
Now this doesn't bother me that much until I saw that they were putting kids on the cover. Yeah, having the cast
all right.
but they
spaced
big bold
yeah.
sex feels too far for me. But the one place that's completely filled with subliminal messages is the place you least expect.
A daily battle is being waged in supermarkets all over this country. A battle for the customer's dollar.
That's right, the grocery store.
For you, it's an ordinary shopping trip, but for the supermarket, the products you see, where they are displayed, even what you smell, it's all to get you to buy.
Yeah. You are. Okay. You guys, like, some of this is just marketing. So did you know in grocery stores, milk and eggs are always put in the very back of the store, so you have to walk past everything else. Yeah. Like, that's one of the reasons why I make videos sometimes touching on marketing tactics and stuff and telling you to be more mindful, so you understand what marketers are trying to do. Like, a lot of this can be broken down into people want your money.
Yeah, that's just like with kids and like cereal companies. Like they put like all their higher priced like sugary cereals at kid level.
Oh yeah,
and then,
yeah.
Like, all the store brand ones.
Yeah,
like, whatever.
Right. So.
Are manipulated from the moment you
awesome.
walk in the door until you leave.
Grocery stores purposefully oversize your cart, so it psychologically makes you feel like you haven't shopped enough.
Yeah, you know what I do? I trick myself. I only allow myself to carry a basket, no cart.
And also, as we go around the store, we would secondary place baskets. Again, so it encourages that customer to carry.
See, here's the thing. This is all, oh my God. Okay, I can do one on this too. Hold on, everybody. Ideas coming. You are? What are you gonna make us? Should...
It's just all the subliminal food.
Yeah. 105. 105. What's I gonna say? Is psychological carts bigger? Other marketing strategies.
On shopping. From the moment you walk into the grocery store, your mind and your actions are being manipulated.
So how exactly is this place making me feel so well?
Well, it's a funny thing, Renee. What's happened is you've entered, you're welcome, but you're also not allowed to leave. As you can see, the metaphorical doors are closing.
Well, I could go out the exit.
Well, you could, but you're not going to because you've already invested.
The first thing that happens when you walk in is you get a big burst of air that comes straight from the bakery section, which is always placed.
You know what I would love? I would love if Shane Dawson did like the conspiracy about YouTube thumbnails and click, like, it's because it's all marketing, you know? Like, hey, everybody, like, I'm doing things to get you guys to click on videos. I'm making you think it's, you know? Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Right up front.
Where you can, use human senses for more impulse sales. In this store, we cook fresh bread.
It's dinner time. As this customer walks into the store, she smells our French bread that just came out of the oven, so she's making her way over there.
That way the smell gets your salivary glands going, and we all know that the hungrier you are, the more you want to buy. And then they put all of the essential items like milk, eggs, and
casinos
meat,
pumping more oxygen.
That way you have to walk through the whole store.
It's harder
Things
to get
like
drunk in a
milk
casino
would be
too, so you drink
further
more
into the store to make people walk all the way through the store.
And then they move the location of the eggs every few months just to confuse you and make you walk around.
Yeah, it's a conspiracy.
It seems like they're always randomly rearranging things in the middle of the night. Well, experts say this is all on purpose. They want you to get lost and confused.
Stores hope
thank
you'll
you,
find
Lily.
extra items along the way.
Losing focus makes you spend more money on unnecessary items. And have you ever wondered why the candy is at the very bottom of the shelf at the checkout stand?
Here it goes.
Like right above the floor? Well, that's because they want it at eye level and reaching distance of the children.
When it comes to getting you to buy certain items, it's all about the placement, including putting kids' items where the kids are gonna find them.
This is why all the...
Bro, you just picked that up
I know.
like...
That was like, it's like a 6 foot man.
Yeah, he's like, I level for the kids. It's like, you are an adult.
Sweet cereals and candy is located between 3 to 4 feet high.
So imagine that a child is in this cart. Notice what they're going to be seeing that's here at eye level, and even older children are going to be seeing this at eye level.
You want to get the?
And you know what happens when your child begs you for it? You say no.
Yeah, or like, look, she could get this, or she could get the real fruit and just get her that one.
Yeah.
They hope the kids will see the candy and then beg their parents to buy it.
Where's the candy?
It's like the whole like Jake Paul thing with like Nerd City and everything like that. Like I get it. But some laws, it seems, or like some of these things, it's just like, just trying to make parents' lives easier, you know? Mm-hmm. Like parents who don't want to tell their kids no. It's like, okay, let's not market and, you know.
No. This is how Ellie looks right now.
More characters, more colors.
And it works. In this case, all the way to the floor. And that's where the 2-year-old has a passion for.
Where he
this
has
case,
to get his Honey Nut Cheerios.
He's got to get them, right?
And that's why the gum is always on top. Adult stuff on top, kid stuff on the bottom.
We place deliberately confectionery, children's level low, where we get that last impulse sale.
I know.
As you can see, our store layout is very important. Our customer came in for just a couple of things.
Like if you guys, if people sat in the middle of a marketing meeting, like your brains would explode. Oh, I don't know. But yeah, like you guys, yeah. If people sat in a marketing meeting, like I sat in like this whole like marketing, like branding presentation, and the detail they go through. Like, what does this make you feel? And what is this? Like, we had an outside company come in and like do this stuff, and we did this like marketing. And it was nuts.
I've never even done that. I just know this from like just living around.
Yeah, this is why you just, you know what the answer to all this is? Mindfulness. Yeah. Just be aware of what's happening.
It was on her list, and she ended up taking a lot more.
Grocery stores aren't the only place using subliminal tactics. Restaurants are also getting into mind tricks. Just look at the menus. Some places drop the $ from the prices so you don't think about money when you're deciding on what to eat. A $28 burger seems a lot less expensive when it's just a $28.
No, that still looks expensive as fuck to me.
Yeah, whatever.
There's also stores that pump fake smells out of the vents to trick your mind. One of the craziest examples I've seen is Disneyland that has something called a smellitizer. And these are spread out through the whole park, and it makes you smell things to jog your memory and entice you to shop.
That smells like candy. It really does.
And then at some high-end stores like Gucci or Prada, it's been said that employees are trained to be rude to you to get you to buy more.
You want to prove to the world and to that condescending salesperson that you do belong there.
And a study showed that it works.
I want to just tell those sales associates that they...
Here's the thing. Love Shane, but this contradicts what he was trying to say about the kids' shows, you know? Because, like, that was like this subliminal messaging to get people to, like, be depressed and control people. But then this is, like, marketing, you know? Like, they're pretty much the same thing.
They need to get off their high horses. Rude. It's simply rude. Long story short, I did end up getting the pair of shoes that I wanted.
Speaking of clothing stores, have you ever noticed how loud the music is in the store Hollister?
Hey, Luana.
Yeah, and it's not just that one. It's in every Hollister. There's videos from all across the country at different Hollisters, and all their music is blasting. Well, the reason they do this isn't to make it feel like a party. It's because the louder the music is, the more likely you are to buy something that's overpriced. When the music is soft, you can think about the price and decide whether or not you can afford it. But if the music is super loud, it can disorient you and make it hard to think. Then the bass makes your heart rate go up and gives you the same feeling as having anxiety.
It's loud music. Like, I can't talk to anybody. It's so freaking loud in here.
I sure you got this loud, obnoxious, stumping music. Do
that whole video, Boogie.
Then they pump an intense cologne smell into the air vents to block another one of your senses and make you even more disoriented.
In the place it always smells like crap.
They spray perfume in my face. I don't like perfume.
You can smell it like a force short down.
They spray everywhere, all their clothes.
I wasn't able to get within 20 feet of the store without just being drowned in just...
Like, if Shane ends up doing that collab with Jeffree and making his own, and Shane ends up making that makeup line with Jeffree Star, like, I would love to see the process of them making the palette case. Like, a lot of this same stuff goes into it. Like, there's a reason.
Horrific cheap cologne. Yeah,
it's bad. Then you look around the room and see pictures of hot guys and hot girls wearing the clothes and living the life that seems so much better than yours. Then you look up and see a mirror that they placed right in front of the shirt rack so that you can see how much worse you look than the models on the walls. Because what else is the purpose of having the mirrors right there? I mean, you're supposed to change in the dressing room, right? And then the song changes to something even louder and faster.
Hey, Carl. Jan's cool. You can leave
the
messages.
expensive item and you leave.
Says Hollister.
Now, I wanted to go myself and see if Hollister was still using all of these tricks, so I went to a mall near my house to check it out. Got there, I noticed that the lights weren't dimmed at all.
And it's really dark in there too, so you don't even know what you're looking at.
I hate dark places. I like light places.
The posters on the wall didn't have half-naked models, and the music wasn't loud at all. It was probably too low.
Like, I don't know the conspiracy.
Music's is really loud, and but it's not that loud. I just don't know what to feel.
So I talked to some employees there, and I asked them what changed.
The key points really aren't really highlighted in this particular
Well, because she said they changed like everything. And they told me that a lot of things changed after some lawsuits that happened a few years ago.
Wait, what was the lawsuit?
Right now, the company's going through like a rebranding. Lately, the music's gotten quieter, there's been more lights added.
Namely, you'll no longer have to meet a certain standard of attractiveness to work there. The company recently found itself in front of the U.S. Supreme Court.
They also told me things changed when the CEO left, and he was...
Abercrombie & Fitch founder Mike Jeffries is stepping down as the CEO. The company still remains under fire for its CEO CEO's controversial comments.
That he only wanted good-looking people to shop at the stores, only skinny people to shop at the stores.
Because according to him, anyone who's a plus size isn't cool enough to shop in Abercrombie and Fitch.
I remember when I used to be able to shop at Abercrombie and Fitch.
The former CEO of Hollister also owned Abercrombie and Fitch. You know Abercrombie and Fitch, the place where they had shirtless guys standing outside of the store to entice you to come in.
Oh, I remember like Alex got offered a job to do that. Yeah, we had a friend
Hollister
who did.
has something similar, but slightly more creepy. They used to have models walking around the store in their clothes, talking to people.
I went for an interview for a model position.
And basically model just walks around folds and, you know, looks cool, like too cool for school and looks bored and all that.
Now, since the lawsuit, they changed the name from model to brand representative. And here's a job description I found online. A brand representative inspires others through a charismatic and sophisticated presence in the store. They engage customers in a genuine way to drive sales. They wanted everybody working there pretty much just to be models. They wanted all the sales clerks to look like your biggest high school crushes.
My manager specifically told me, only talk to people who are attractive. If you don't think they're good looking, don't bother going up to them. And it kind of was the same exact process when it came to people applying as well.
And I haven't been offered a job once. What's up with that? I like to work. I swear to this guy looks me in the eyes and says, I don't know, probably because you're not attractive enough.
The least attractive model, they would have them be in like the clearance section.
But jokes on that guy, because I did end up working at Hollister. It was in the back doing stock where they keep all the ugly people. But hey, I still got the job.
Here's a clip of a former employee talking about the interview process.
It's not a real fucking interview. It's just to see if you're good looking or not.
And just to show you how creepy the CEO was, these are actual quotes that he said. A lot of people don't belong in our clothes. That's why we hire good-looking people in the stores. Good-looking people attract other good-looking people, and we want to market to cool, good-looking people. We don't market to anyone other than that.
We only retail to the cool kids.
All right, this isn't a conspiracy. That guy's just a dick.
Yeah. That guy is just mean.
Hello. Hey,
is the conspiracy is like, how does someone become such a dick?
Break your cargo pants. We don't want fat people wearing it. We don't want this.
We don't have them. Why? But we do have cargo pants.
But we told them we didn't.
He also said, I don't want our core customers to see people who aren't as hot as them wearing our clothing.
When they have stuff that's ripped, they refuse to donate their clothes.
He'd rather burn unused clothing than donate it.
They'll burn it because they don't want less than cool people wearing the clothes.
Who the hell is Mike Jeffries to tell you what is and isn't attractive?
I was shooting like went through the door, like all these salespeople turned to look at me like I was a fucking freak, like I didn't belong there.
Also at Abercrombie, jeans and ripped skirts used to only go to a large.
No, that's his
Essentially just don't want overweight women wearing their clothes.
This is the absolute largest size you can buy there.
Fuck you people, I can't fucking believe this shit.
It's just shocking, the kinds of things he said for no reason.
That means no extra large for girls and definitely no double X.
You only want to sell your clothes to rich, young, attractive, hip people, but they wear fuck you. That's bullshit.
I don't know either. I'm throwing away all my Abercrombie right now, sir.
I got no horse in this race, except the guy seems like a douche. So, even if you're skinny, I wouldn't go there.
The largest Abercrombie women's pant size is a 10, whereas at H&M it's a 16, and at American Eagle it's an 18.
So this whole store was literally like a movie set.
I don't know. It seemed like I was on the set of a movie.
With no lazy one.
All the girls there were all really pretty, and so like
Everyone had a crush on everyone because everyone was attractive.
there was always some sort of boyfriend drama, like
Everyone like had low-key drama.
who was dating who was sleeping with who. We're working there, crazy stuff happens like all the time.
People would party together, people would hang out with each other.
The managers are like 21.
People would do like drugs, have alcohol.
Drugs. I'm not gonna say what or where or when. Models sleeping with managers. It happened a lot. All those shots, and people dancing on tabletops. Crazy, crazy stuff. It was insane. I can't even like describe it to you. Anyway, let me get into the tea about what it was actually like working there. So, It was awful. I'm not gonna lie. I hated it. I only worked there because I wanted the discount, and I only worked there because I wanted to belong. But then, of course, you had the CEO saying that he's all for equality. I think what we represent sexually is healthy. It's playful. It's not gay, it's not straight, it's not black, it's not white. It's not about labels. But in 2003, there was a lawsuit against Abercrombie where it was being claimed that any Asian American, African American, and Latino individual who were hired at Abercrombie or relegated to work in the back in the stockrooms, they could not be seen by the customers.
Also add, I was the only African American black girl working there. You know, when you walk into that store, you just saw me, but not really, and I'll tell you why.
I worked in the back. I wasn't a cashier. They thought I was stupid, man.
So it just so happens that my station was all the way in the back of the store. Like, I rarely came in contact with customers.
In my position, this shit was like I was in the back doing stocking.
There was another girl who was white that started the job. She was working in front of the store before I was. Mind you, I had about 6 months under my belt already.
Mind you, I'm the only one that was working for that long in the back. So once everybody left, I was gonna be in there by myself.
No, it is great being greeted by everyone behind the scenes.
So this guy literally created this weird Pleasantville movie set that was filled with music that's super, super loud. And I love the music. I was like, I want to dance all day long. Models walking around in the clothes pretending to be your friends so you'll buy more.
The only pros were cute girls were working there.
And it's all white people and no fat people.
There was some disrespectful ass people that disrespect.
My friend who took the job as like the greeted the person in front, she was a cheerleader and she was half black.
Me, I wanted to fight, but I didn't do it because I'm a classy ass bitch.
Overall, Hollister seemed really good. Oh, I didn't even tell you guys. So
people are rude. I don't know. No.
The social life at Hollister is really cool. So if you're going for a job where you want to meet new people,
They were even on some like, the black girls here. Like, you know, they were just not.
Hollister was just one of the best times of my life. I had a party, so
I ain't stepping my ass up in Hollister's again. Fuck yeah.
I was just treated like trash. Like, they did not care.
It was pretty cool, and then she showed me how to use the website where you can look at your schedule and everything.
But on my break, bitch, I cried. I called my sister and stuff. So I just kept getting disrespected.
Oh, and just in case you're thinking, well, maybe the lawsuit got thrown out. No, it didn't. It was actually settled, and they ended up paying $40 million to make it go away.
If there is a hell, it's possible they send me down to Abercrombie & Fitch. Please make it stop. I'm so sorry, Jesus. I promise I won't do it again.
I love my job. Hashtag so chill.
Oh, the iPhone.
But like, how the hell are we supposed to believe that? Like, why wouldn't they save everything? Because they're like, okay, listen, like, yes, people probably are gonna find out that they're always being recorded. We have all the footage, we have everything. But
Got to them at the Apple keynote being like, all right, you found our tea.
no, but seriously, they've made us so dependent on these that it doesn't even matter. Because we're still gonna use it. Because like, we can't live without it.
I can't.
Sorry. Back-facing cameras filming my POV, front-facing cameras filming everything I do, my microphone's filming everything that it hears. It's literally a 360 of my whole fucking life.
Let's bring this up to a really interesting question. What are they after? What is their main thing? What are they trying to get?
Hold on, you have to say what you said to me earlier that
Can
freaked
you?
me out. Garrett.
Oh, just me?
Andrew?
Oh, I see. Okay. I'm just me, right?
Yes, you're just you, and Andrew is from an unknown place.
Should I pretend this is the memory card?
Whoa, yeah.
I love when your channel turns into an improv channel. I'm Garrett. I better answer the door.
Yep, Garrett Watts. I recognize you from the videos. It's gonna be pretty straightforward with you. Here's a memory card. We got some stuff that you might want to see. We've been recording you.
Okay.
And it's gonna be $50,000 if you want us to keep it silent from everybody else. So.
That's a lot of money. I feel like I would just tweet about that and be pretty upset.
Well, if you tweeted about it, then we would release all of the things that you said about your best friend that you said that you've never said anything bad about.
Oh my god, or pictures of me shirtless, I would pay right away. I would like give them my PayPal like account.
Yeah, oh, wait, he's lying.
Skit.
What?
It's like a Brett Rivera skit.
Oh my god. That's the worst thing I've ever heard. I got an A on my math test. Good job, Brad. I got an A+. Better job, Bryce.
Wait. Yeah, blackmailing. Got you, Apple. You never. Or do they got you? Oh, that's where you edit, that's where you cut, and everyone's freaking out. Think about it. What is the apple from? Adam and Eve. And they're gone. And what happened when Eve took a bite out of it?
Can you imagine the conversations that we
great,
don't
but she
see?
got in trouble. Yeah, it sent them both to hell. And what is the Apple logo? Oh, an apple with a bite. Oh, they are freaking me out, and you are too. Oh, I'm Eve. And I was sent here to warn all of you. Oh my god. Don't buy the apple. Wait, too late. Get an Android. I would rather go to hell than like, take my pics, take my info. I'm not getting an Android. Wait, I just thought about that. That's crazy, right?
What?
The fucking Adam and Eve thing. The apple is that literally is their logo.
To all the theories involving the Woolsey campfire disasters. None of these theories are meant to minimize the pain and loss of someone.
They are just theories, not facts.
Now, as soon as the fire started, people were blowing up Twitter with conspiracy theories. The reason people were getting so suspicious is because there was pictures and footage being put out on Twitter where it looked like there was direct energy weapons. Now, if you don't know what that is, simply put, it's... That's right, lasers. Now, if you look at some of these pictures, it does look like there is lasers coming from the sky and striking the ground. Now, the theory isn't that they're coming from outer space. The theory is that they're coming from military aircrafts, and it's very specific to where the lasers are hitting.
It moves, by definition, at the speed of light.
And it can be used against a variety of targets. It's more precise than a bullet.
It really is a point and shoot. We see it, focus on it, and we can negate that target.
You know, you just have to emphasize, you know, if you snap your fingers and the fire can blow up that quickly, it's almost instantaneous.
People think that the government might be lighting certain locations on fire for a reason.
All right, this is not going to be pretty.
You could say the pictures are photoshopped or that they're just fire tornadoes. But then this video started to spread.
I'm gonna try to stop it right at the very beginning of the fire.
This is a video of a man who was watching the fire movement on a fire map.
It's because I found something that looks pretty, I don't know, incriminating if you ask me.
Now there's a moment where he saw something that looked strange.
It's about ready to start. Alright, see that?
And when he slowed it down, he realized what it could be.
See if you noticed what I noticed pretty much right away. Okay, right here. You see that line, folks? And those are all energy flashes. And I don't know if it was direct energy weapons or what it was. And there's our strike. And then the fire starts. You see it?
Now, another reason a lot of people think that direct energy weapons might have started some of these fires is because of the aftermath.
Have you seen the video footage of the destruction of these fires?
If you look at overhead footage of the neighborhoods that were affected by the fires, you'll notice that the houses are all burned to the ground, but then there's trees and mailbox surrounding them that are untouched.
Can you see what I'm seeing right here?
But
all the
that's not how
structures
fire
are burned
works.
down with the trees
Fire spreads.
still standing up. How did the fire weasel its way into these nooks and crannies? This is unbelievable.
I believe that directed energy weapons are being used.
What other options could there be besides a high torch directed energy weapon?
Give me a freaking break. This was a forest fire? This was a forest fire? This was a forest fire?
Didn't he talk about this in a different one?
They are out to take our lives of us and our children.
Can you say directed energy weapons?
The only way you're going to do that is to superheat the inside.
No, but like this kind of fearful and different.
Also, the fact that there's neighborhoods where there's one house that's burned and then the rest are fine, or 3 houses in a row that are burned and then one right next to it that's totally fine.
Over the road, another house completely destroyed, and behind it, a home that is relatively untouched.
What's going through my mind is my neighbors have all lost their homes but mine.
It seems like the fire is selective.
it's incredibly effective at what it does. We see it.
Yeah, like if the government was doing this, why would they make it so obvious?
Next to a house that's untouched.
And we can negate that target.
This is startling evidence of a directed energy attack.
Like, why would they do that?
Starbucks survived.
Maybe nobody will notice, you know?
This place got trashed.
Like, give them some credit. If they can do that,
it's just weird how
they,
this
like, how somebody say,
been through a lot of these scenarios. This one's a shocker.
Real lasers, one of the key advantages that they provide is that they are invisible. You actually can't see them. You just see this damage suddenly starting to blow something up.
Came out of nowhere.
Goodbye. And it's not just lasers. There's theories that some of the fires might have started from inside the house.
Firefighters had already been there. They thought they had put out the flames there, but a massive flames broke out inside of the condo complex and spread from one to the other. It's hard to tell from the outside.
Now, if you look at the news footage, you'll notice that some houses are burning from within, and the outside is always the last to burn. Now, it could be because the roof caught on fire first and fell inside, but it also could be because appliances inside the house might have been overpowered on purpose. Think about it. What's one of the items that's in every house that we all know is super dangerous, but we still have it? That's right, microwaves.
Shane, you've done some crazy stuff with microwaves. But here's my question. Do you think anybody... Didn't Shane, like, mention this jokingly? Do you think anybody, like, lit their house on fire just to get insurance money?
Oh,
like, when stuff was going down?
Like, if it got close, then they're
like, oh, you know?
I'm gonna do mine.
Just think about how easy it would be for, I don't know, an electricity company to purposely overpower any house they wanted to make sure that that microwave combusted. And that microwave is right next to the stove, which is full of gas, which would explode.
So what you end up with is something like an explosion.
That pops up in front of them. Okay, so we're gonna back up just a little bit when we hear that popping noise.
Which would then cause the entire kitchen to catch fire, making the house burn from the inside out, leaving all the trees and grass outside. Fine.
How did a... Fires are weird, man. Okay, so real quick story.
Oh, I know what this is.
When I was working at the car dealership, like, people used to always, one of the car dealerships, people used to always try to break into cars and, like, steal them and stuff. Well, one time you could tell that they were trying to break in, couldn't, so they lit the freaking car on fire, and it was like a customer's car. They lit it on fire. That car was like an F-150, burned to the ground, and then it, like, caught onto a Ford Escape right next to it. And those were the only two cars that got messed up. That was it. Everything else was fine. Like, there was some ash that, like, got on some other cars, but that was it. Fires are weird, man. Fires are weird.
A forest fire come in and leave the trees, but
like, I'm sure if you had, like, a fire, like, forensics expert, you talk about this.
Turned all the gas burners on, all in the entire field, and it just went up like nothing. It was poof.
So I know what you're thinking. Why? Now, one of the theories that was going viral involved a fire map, and people said that the path of the fire was identical to the blueprint of the high-speed rail system. Now, I'm not going to fully go into this theory because it was pretty quickly debunked. I mean, if you put the maps on top of each other, they don't really line up, and it's not actually the fire path, it was the evacuation zones, but that's a whole other thing. There's still many other theories as to why the fire started, and one of them involves a very scary place called the Santa Susana Field Laboratory. So this was a massive government testing lab, and it was used for testing rockets. In Area 4 of the lab is where they used to experiment on nuclear reactors. Well, in 1959, there was a partial nuclear meltdown, and the area to this day has still not been completely cleaned up.
Some of the fuel rods partially melted. The damage turned out to be very extensive.
These practices were halted a long time ago, but as we know, contamination doesn't just go away. That means there's been dangerous nuclear waste all over the area for the last 60 years.
It will take centuries to clean up the groundwater at Santa Susana. Centuries.
Is this site seriously contaminated?
The site has a lot of contamination.
Well, the Santa Susana Field Lab is also famous for another reason. It's where the Woolsey fire started.
There is mounting evidence that the fire started at the Santa Susana Field Lab. It's an area that is still highly contaminated with radioactive waste.
That's right. The fire started inside that area at an intersection called Test Area Road.
It was the site of one of the very first
atomic reactor meltdowns in the entire world.
Not just nuclear, but different fuels, experiments for the space program.
Now, why the fire started is still unclear, but the theory is that the government purposely planted explosions in that test area so that they could release an abundance of nuclear chemicals into the air.
Because some of the almost 3,000 acres that encompasses that site, contaminated with those toxic materials that I just told you about, which is one of the worst in the world, that's where the California fire is partly now burning.
Now, over the years, there's been reports that show living close to this nuclear meltdown site has already caused an increased risk in cancer and so many other things to the people that have been living close to that.
There are cancer clusters of various kinds of exotic cancers all around this site.
0.003% of the nation is that average for childhood cancer. I can name 10 children that I know personally who live within 3 to 5 miles of my house.
So of course, when there's a fire there and there's a huge cloud of smoke that is billowing, that is probably filled with nuclear chemicals, and it's traveling all across Southern California.
You can see all of that smoke and haze continues to blanket most of the Southland tonight.
People are gonna freak out.
The wind is just pushing all of the smoke in all of directions.
When the fire incinerated all of the grass and the trees, that probably released a lot more contamination.
What can be in the smoke and is presumably there is radionuclides plus chemical toxins.
Is putting all of us no longer just at risk, we have been harmed.
Now, I started freaking out too. I mean, everybody in my neighborhood was wearing masks. And it wasn't just conspiracy theorists freaking out about it, it was everyone.
Look at, they handed us masks.
Speaking of masks, you know that guy.
We're literally just in the apocalypse right now.
Even Kim Kardashian said, shocked and furious to learn smoke from the Woolsey fire started at a former nuclear testing site, Santa Susana Field Lab, and it's potentially radioactive. And the city officials and government was denying
so much, like what?
They're saying there's nothing to worry about. They checked it. Everything is okay.
Now, eventually they did do tests, and they showed that, oh, the air actually isn't that bad and it's fine. But those were the...
Without a fire, in a windy day, especially when it's dry and a lot of dust, the dust can travel for miles.
Right now, more people will have died because of the after effects of 9/11 than died that day.
Now, there's another theory for why the Woolsey fire started, and it might have been to distract us from something even more suspicious and even more devastating: the campfire.
You see the air around right now. It looks like a war zone, a little post-apocalyptic. That's due to the campfire.
The campfire started 8 hours before the Woolsey fire, and it lasted 17 days. It's the most dangerous and most destructive wildfire in California history, and it's the 4th deadliest in U.S. history. Except on the news, we heard way more about the Woolsey fire. Which is crazy, because just to put in perspective, the Woolsey fire burned 1,600 buildings and 3 lives were lost. The campfire burned 18,793 buildings and 85 lives were lost.
The television reports simply don't do it justice.
Filbert, I'm like lost here because it's unrecognizable here.
The entire town of Paradise was completely destroyed, and the videos and images of the fire was straight out of a movie.
Until you actually look at the people that were affected and what's left up there in Paradise, you don't really see it as real.
This is it. This is the hottest it's gonna get. Get behind the fucking house.
Man is no match for nature.
Paradise is gone. Paradise is lost. And it's getting close to Chico. There's about 100,000 people in Chico.
Get out of Chico. I don't know. But from what I heard, Paradise, California no longer exists.
I mean, I've never seen anything like this. It was awful. People trying to drive out of their neighborhoods while their cars are surrounded by flames.
I mean, we had to drive. I could feel the heat in my car as I'm driving.
It's getting hot. Okay, keep your windows rolled up.
Can't see.
I can't either, but we're okay. Oh, hold on. Hold on.
People having to run out of town on foot, but because of all the smoke, they didn't know if they were running away from or toward the flames.
15-year-old kids that didn't know where to go, just started throwing people in the truck.
It was crazy, yet all I heard about when I turned on the news was the Woolsey fire. So I was that. Well, right as people started talking about campfire on Twitter, a lot of pictures and videos were getting released of what people thought were direct energy weapons. People were also questioning, how did this fire happen? Why did it spread so fast? Why weren't people evacuated?
The town councilman says only about 1 in 8 people told them they got a mass notification that day.
How did this become such a huge disaster with no warning?
So you got no phone call.
No.
You got no alert on your cell phone.
No.
There's a lot of people, they didn't even have time to get their stuff, and those that did, they had very limited time.
All of those things combined created a lot of conspiracies. And then right when people started tweeting about it, and those pictures of the direct energy weapons were going viral, boom, the Woolsey fire. And the Woolsey fire isn't just any old fire. It's a fire that started right in a neighborhood where all the big celebrities live. You know how much the news loves celebrities.
A lot of celebrities have also lost their homes as the fire rages on. Celebrities who live in the fire-ravaged areas have been sharing their own stories on social media.
We haven't been told to evacuate just yet.
Several other celebrities, including Alyssa Milano, Rainn Wilson, and Cher. Actor Gerard Butler posted this video on Snapchat of what's left.
Man, I ain't never seen a fire in my fucking life.
Sick posted this photo on Instagram.
That is extremely scary. I've never seen anything like that.
Miley Cyrus also lost her home.
So of course now the whole world is talking about Woolsey, not campfire.
You think they got fires in the hood in Carol City, bitch?
Irish American actor Pierce Brosnan. This is footage of the home of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star.
Hey, low-key, I'm kind of scared.
Her animals made it out safely.
Welcome to my home in Malibu.
Oh, my backyard is literally on fire. Swear to God.
Holy shit.
Charlie, we're fine. We're at Zuma Beach.
Ah! Get the fuck out! Bitch, get out!
And a few hours later, it's like the campfire didn't even happen. And all of the conspiracies and questions about it started to disappear. Because everyone wanted to know, is Kim and Kanye's house okay?
Heavenly Father, please help us.
There was an image of this giraffe that I guess everyone knows there, Stanley the giraffe, in Malibu. It really stirred up, you know, there were celebrities tweeting about Stanley and...
Please help us to be safe.
People are concerned. What can you tell us about Stanley?
Well, Stanley is kind of an infamous giraffe. If you go on Instagram, very, very popular. I wasn't able to actually meet Stanley the giraffe because Kylie Jenner was there.
Don't know if the house made it or not.
Now the final theory, and to me the most realistic, is that maybe the government didn't start these fires. Maybe some of these fires were started by homeowners themselves. Now every year in California we're warned that the Santa Ana winds are dangerous and can cause brush fires across our mountains.
And of course the big concern is, even here, are these winds.
The winds are expected, as we've been reporting, to flare up big time tomorrow.
And all it takes is just one spark.
And every year, pretty much at the same time, multiple fires break out.
Pretty much happens every year. When it doesn't, it's like everyone's snowed.
Well, let's say I'm a homeowner who doesn't want to live in my house anymore, can't afford it, or just wants a change. And now it's that time of year where my area is affected by fires. What could I do?
Oh, so I'm excited to burn this place down, man. It's gonna be cool. So, here goes.
Now I know the idea of somebody setting their house on fire sounds crazy, but it's definitely something that's happened a lot.
I told you I catch this house on fire.
What the fuck is that?
Let it burn!
Someone just set a fire intentionally. I just can't even comprehend that.
People have been setting their houses on fire and collecting insurance money for years.
Bye-bye house. Sorry.
But the problem is when you do that, you usually get caught because they do an investigation and they find out where the fire started.
Boom, fire happens. Then you got the police department, the fire department out there. You have fencing, people fencing up your property.
It was an accident.
Yeah, that's what they all say. What, cooking?
But if you lived in Southern California, and it's around that time where the Santa Ana winds are picking up.
And for now, insurance companies are acting very quickly to help those in need in these wildfires.
And there's already a huge fire warning within a 50-mile radius of your house.
And
until that comes back on and these winds die down, this neighborhood will remain under evacuation.
Technically, if your house did catch fire, it could have just been the winds or an ember.
The embers could end up being picked up by those winds.
Or a hot spot, and nobody would question it.
Oh no, not again.
It's okay, Betty. Your insurance covers fire damage.
And you get a huge payday.
Oh, thank goodness.
Insurance company, I would definitely be thinking about reducing the number of customers I have in this state.
Now, I talked to somebody who's very well versed in the home insurance world, and they told me that this theory isn't that crazy. So I'm going to act out exactly what he said to me. It's definitely not uncommon, Shane, especially when you're in a neighborhood that's overpopulated with ducks. And then I said, ducks? Yes, ducks. When you see ducks, they're so serene and so calm, and they look like they don't have a care in the world.
Imagine how easy it must be to be a duck.
I know, they got like no concern. They're floating around and just trying to follow the crowd. But if you look just beneath the surface, their legs are moving fast. They're just trying to stay above water. They're panicking. They can't pay their bills. They can't pay for their house.
Their feet are just going.
They spend all their money on Gucci. The IRS is gonna come. They're so desperate. So what do?
They have wonderful webbed feet to propel them along.
And then he said, the first thing I thought when I saw the fires spreading to Calabasas, the land of former rappers, bankrupt musicians, ex-reality stars, and actors who can't get cast anymore.
You're stressed out, you know, and you're looking for some kind of way to kind of escape the darkness or the finances, right?
Ducks.
The Woolsey fire has destroyed homes in so many communities, Calabasas among them.
That's most of the theories. Direct energy weapons, electric companies making our appliances explode, government wanting to make room for better and bigger things, the railway clearing a path, government wanting to distract us from things we should be really focusing on, and of course the idea of insurance fraud. Now there's a lot of theories and not a lot of answers, but one thing is for sure, this was devastating and it was very real and so many people need help. So I'm going to be putting links down below.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of ways that you guys can help those who were affected. And hopefully soon, we find out why this happened.
Apple promises to fix a major glitch that lets people eavesdrop on you. Customers first noticed the glitch today.
I didn't pick up the phone yet. How would that make any sense?
Some people said that they could hear the person they called
Like, there's
even
definitely some
before
things that Shane
person
had to
picked
add
up.
last minute.
You didn't really hear? Yeah, I did. Yes, we did. You heard it.
Apple says it will have a software update to fix the bug later this week. Until that happens, experts suggest you disable FaceTime.
1, 2, 3.
No, don't give a release date, Shane. Crap, I'm going out of town.
I love it. Okay.
Zach, you gotta get Zach to edit some stuff.
That seems off.
Wait, is it weird walking in there with a camera?
Oh. And she goes, "Are you filming? What is? There's something going on."
She asked if you were filming.
I said no. And she's like, no, it's, it's just crazy back there. And I'm like, what is wrong there?
Yeah, I did hear what she said about that.
Well, she has to find out. I'm pretty sure I already did.
Yeah, but he's that good.
Should I scared about talking about this on my channel?
Oh, yeah. See, this is the stuff I want to see. I want to see the crazy stuff.
If I was like an investigative reporter, right? I feel like I'm allowed to say all this. I'll send it to my lawyer. Because like, that's just the facts.
Right.
No, wait, no, it's not. It's just an escape.
Ooh. See,
like a year behind.
I know, and I can't end this stream.
Yeah.
So I'll just leave this up, and so here, look, I'll just mute all this stuff. There, no camera. Oh wait, put that on. Let me see this. All right, everybody. The stream's over, but I got to leave it running. So you guys, like, if I turn the stream off, they won't see the other stuff. So I love you. Thanks for hanging out. I was going to do a video tonight, but I am tired, so I think I'm just going to chill, eat food. That's what I'm going to do. In the morning, I will do some research, and I got some video ideas I was writing down. So I'm going to do some videos based off this. Maybe I'll do 2. Like, both my videos tomorrow will be based off this. But this is going to probably be my night video unless I get, like, some crazy burst of energy. All right? Love all of you. It's going to be just sitting on this screen for a little bit. So if you're watching the replay of this, go ahead and just turn it off. Just turn it off because it might go for another 15, 20 minutes. All right? Love all of you. Subscribe, like, buy my book, Rewire Your Anger. Bye.